Hello, good morning, Fempreneur babes. How are we doing this morning? Happy New Year's Eve. Welcome to day 3 of your Edge 2023 Masterclass. I am so freaking excited today, and as you can see, I am a little dressed for you, and I have my little choice of beverage. I have my chai latte here. It is still morning in the AM here, and maybe in most places as well. Wherever you are, say hello in the live. If you're catching the replay, hashtag replay and send me like a little cheers champagne emoji and let me know how are you celebrating New Year's Eve. Whatever it looks like for you tonight, it's going to be so beautiful, so aligned, and it's going to be the perfect thing for you. So your version of how you celebrate New Year's Eve, it doesn't have to be going all out or dressing up. It can be, your perfect version can be just sipping on hot chocolate at night, just envisioning, dreaming, or even just binge watching something and getting super comfy and super cozy in where you are, because that version is just perfect for you. And happy New Year's Eve. For me, let's hope this dress just doesn't slip out today as we go through determining the vibe. And if my boobs pop out, we're gonna try to not let that happen. Okay, so today's masterclass. Today, day 3. We went through a chunk of a lot of the strategic pillars, a lot of the big energetic shifts that we needed to go through to get to our day 3. Okay, and all the pillars that we've talked about in day 1 and day 2, the audience building, pillar number 2, which is the offers and sales and launch, pillar number 3, and looking it from a perspective of magic, from abundance of pure desire, and then bringing in a lot of the personal power in. How can you stop leaking your energy and become and be the most powerful version of who you are, fully self-expressed and unapologetic? Because you came here to do a very specific work. You came here to express your soul, to share your gifts to the world. And because you have that desire, you have to get through the human aspects of it. The leaking of energy is very much a human aspect. The doubts and the fears are very much human aspects. So in this masterclass, we touch based on what are some of the energetic shifts and the energetic experiences that you can create in your body that makes your human feel safe, powerful, you trust your work, and makes your human want to be open to move forward in the next steps. Okay, so wherever you're tuning in live, I am so happy that you're here. I'm so happy that you're spending New Year's Eve at least an hour, at least half an hour of this time with me, tapping into the vibe. Because today what we're actually gonna tap into is wrap up this masterclass, this beautiful 3-day masterclass, on such a powerful, potent note. Okay, and it's gonna be a lot of energetics and activation portal here today. So what I want you to do is let go of any notebook, let go of any planning right now. We've done enough planning. If you haven't been able to go through my homework, the replays is always up for you to catch up. And I do know that this is a time of the year where you're busy, you wanted to spend time with your family, or you are somebody who really wants to catch up and do all the homework and do all the things and be ready in a fresh mindset going into 2023. You get to catch up on those questions that I have posted. It's under the guide section of your Edge Masterclass. Once you do those homework, there is going to be a lot of clarity that's going to come through on how you can build a business that really is scalable to 6 figures and beyond. Okay, so what we're gonna here to do today is really anchor in that tomorrow is 2023. Tomorrow is 2023. A whole year. What a year was today. It was 2022. Today is our last day of 2022. How would we like to cross the finish line? How would we like to anchor in 2022? And how would we like to hop on the other side? So I have brought this up before in the past 2 days. If you haven't done a gratitude list for 2022, I would highly, highly recommend doing a gratitude list for 2022. If you can list all the things that you've been grateful for and really go on a gratitude rampage, your energy is going to look so different. You're going to end this year with a note, with a blanket of gratitude, which will help us spring into 2023 with lots of desires. So after tonight, it's going to be a new year. It's going to be a brand new start to the year. As we all know, yes, time is a concept. The new year is a concept when we go into 2023. But what it also means is that it's also an opportunity for us to really revise and look at what do we desire to create. It's an opportunity for us to, because there's so much collective energy around this is a new thing. There's a fresh energy. There's a collective fresh energy. It feels like fresh start. So if we can leverage that energy and decide and make a decision, a very proactive, firm decision of how 2023 gets to be for us, we get to change our reality. Because otherwise, tomorrow, next week, feels and can feel potentially like another day, can potentially feel like another week. So do you want to go into 2023 feeling like it's the same reality you're projecting? The reality you had in 2022, the power drops that you've had in 2022, places where you have thought things and believed in things that weren't serving you in 2022. Do you want to bring all of that into 2023? No. And I don't mean that you have to sit down and write all the things that you didn't do or feels like you've gone wrong or misalignment in 2022 so that you don't do it in 2023. No. We are going to decide the reality we desire to create. And as we move through that reality, as we co-create that reality, anything that comes up that doesn't serve us, maybe that's something that's lingering from 2022. We're just gonna eradicate, replace it, and move forward with it. That's it. Anything that comes up that doesn't serve you, we are going to be unavailable for it. But it does take a decision from your end, an inner, firm, oak-like, grounded decision that you have decided that this is a reality that's going to work for you in 2023. This is the only reality that you are available for in 2023. And what is that reality? What does that reality look like? So if you're in the coaching space, or you're an online entrepreneur, or you're in the service space, what do we desire? And these desires are very simple. We all have very similar desires, and these desires are very simple. The reason we make it very complicated and feel like it doesn't work is because we think that we have a gazillion things to do before we actually choose this reality. But the truth is, you can tap into that reality right now, and right now you can decide that that is a reality that gets to unfold for you. So what it is that you desire, okay? What is it that you desire? You can decide. When you decide the reality, so if you haven't seen my Alive Masterclass, the Alive Masterclass is brilliant. It shows you everything that's like you decide the vibe. With so much strength, with so much power, you get to be the co-creator of your reality. Do you know how much power we have? Our thoughts, our mind, our beliefs, let alone adding on to that our energy and our emotions. That just quantum leaps, that's just skyrockets what we desire and what we believe in. We have so much power just within ourselves to move things for us. People, things, anything external outside of us, they are responding to us all the time. All the time. The universe is responding to you all the time. You have so much power to create the reality that you desire. You have no freaking idea. And you can start day 1 of 2023 to start playing into this energy of decision, to start playing into the energy that you are in fact the creator of your reality, that nothing happens without your permission, that nothing happens outside of you without your permission. It all happens because you are allowing it and you're available for it. Which also means that if you're unavailable for something, you get to say that. Everything outside of you is a response to who you are inside. It's a mirror. It's a reflection. It is by universal law that it is reflection. So if we truly, truly, truly can create something outside of us, can create a world and a reality and life and business that we really dream of, and it's all under our control, and we have absolute faith and trust in our co-creation with the universe, then we get to do everything that we desire. We get to call in everything that we desire. Because again, it is a mirror. Anything that happens to us, money wouldn't come in without your permission. Money comes in with your permission. Money responds to you. Your clients respond to you. Nothing that is happening in your life right now is happening without your permission. Everything that happens is happening for you and is happening because of you. Does that make sense? Do you see how powerful you are and your work? Like your little pinky can move things around you, can move the universe around you. So you decide the vibe. You decide how 2023 gets to be for you. So what is it that you desire to create? You desire to create a business where you are so absolutely loved. You desire to create a business where you're absolutely obsessed with who you are, with what you do and what you put out. You desire, starting 2023, envision yourself. Okay, have your beverage ready, and we're gonna do a little bit of an envisioning work. Starting tomorrow, as we step over to the other side in 2023, we get to have a vision of this beautiful business, beautiful life that we desire to create. So what is that beautiful business that you desire to create? What is it? How would you like to show up in your business? You would like to wake up. Write the things that you desire to write and share it with your audience. Write the content and write the post that expresses your soul, that expresses the power of your work, that shows them how you can help more and more people through your work, transform their work, elevate their realities, elevate their business, take their business to next level, bring them more and call them more into their power just through your work. How you desire to just share and express and connect. Because you have a platform to do so, because you have created a platform where you are desired by the people who are following you. Even if you have 100 people following you, even if you have 500 people following you, 10K people following you. People are watching you. They love to consume your content. They wake up and they're like, oh my goodness, I can't wait to read what she's saying. I can't wait to read what she says, because that's going to be really helpful and valuable to my business. Because she writes with so much beauty and intentionality and connection. There are people watching you, and you want that, and you love that, and you love sharing your day throughout, and then you love hopping on calls, and you love that you channel offers and downloads, and people, and once you put it out, people are hopping in and jumping in. They're excited to be in your world. And you love that you have a master class to deliver, and you love that you have a class, a program to deliver, because people who are going to be on it no matter what are going to benefit from it, because you are in your highest integrity in who you are and how you be, and you are that hot shit mentor because you have owned your work and you feel so good in your work, because you have decided since day one of this year, you have decided that everything gets to work for you. You have decided that you expect good things to come in your business. You have decided, and you trust, and you anchor in that your desires are happening for you. They are happening right now, and they do not need to be externally seen. You have decided that it gets to work for you, whether if externally you can see it or not, whether there is external evidence for it or not. And you know that the thing that is locked into your soul, that's locked into your heart, locked into your desire, and the vision that's locked in, it's when it's done in the spiritual realm, when it's done in the energetic realm, when it is done within you, and when it's locked in, rock solid within you, the thing that happens in physical manifestation comes way after it's locked in the spiritual realm and in the energetic realm. You know that. So having no evidence right now does not faze you. People not jumping in right now, right away, does not faze you. It's okay, because you have personal power. You have so much personal power, and you know that your work matters, and you know that your vision is strong and solid, and you know that you have full anchor and trust in your vision and in what you have planted, and that you will keep showing up and watering the thing that you desire. You planted a seed, and now you keep watering it. You keep watering it because you have decided that it gets to work for you. You have decided that the business, the big business, the big dream empire, maybe that's a 6-figure, maybe that's a multi-6-figure and beyond business that's gonna unfold for you in 2023, it's gonna happen. And you know that it is done. It's not forceful, it's not fear-based, it's nothing, it's just pure desire. And because it is pure desire, because it is in your highest alignment and truth, and because you love it, and because you love yourself, and because you are a good fucking human being, because all you want to do is make an impact and bring influence to the world and help people in their lives and in their businesses, it will happen for you. And because your intentionality is so pure, and you lead with your heart, you lead with highest integrity in leadership, you lead yourself through this. So you trust. So you anchor in this beautiful, beautiful vision, and you trust, and you decide that it is done. You decide that by the end of 2023, the way that you desire to create business, you will have already done it. So next year, today, this time next year, you'll be sitting on your couch. You'll be sitting and you'll be contemplating, and you will reflect on, oh my goodness, what a freaking year I've had. I did all the things that I said that would happen. I created offers that were so beautiful because they were just my soul expression, and I wanted to share it with the world, and I wanted for other women to hear it and benefit from it, and then do what they want to do and change lives with it. And it happened. I wanted to put things out, and then I want to help women jump into my world. I want to help them come into my world, jump into my world, and be in my world and walk this with me. And it happened. I shared my soul, I shared my work. I was so connected to my business all year, and it happened. I sold offers, and I sold it so powerfully. My launches were just beautiful. I learned so much. My sales energy was electric. I love the way that I sold things. And because I loved the way I sold things, there were so many people and sisters and women that I connected with this year, and it was just so magical. It was magical to witness people go through their transformation. It was magical to witness the client testimonials coming in, how people have benefited from my work, how they have changed their lives, and it's just so beautiful and so powerful. And I love my work. And I have created 6 figures. Oh my goodness. You have created 6 figures. You've created multi-6 figures. The dream that you locked in day 1 of 2023, you have done that. And you knew that it was done. Because you knew it was done, and you took aligned action, and you felt guided, and you trusted, and you moved through it like a phoenix. You flew through it. And it was so much flow and beauty, and you had the freaking time of your life doing this work, building your business, scaling your business. So this is my love and wish for you when you sit this time next year, end of 2023, that this gets to happen for you. And you get to make this firm, energetic decision starting tomorrow. Do you see how powerful that was? That was so powerful. It felt like we were in 2023 this time. 31st December 2023, we just contemplated, and we just created a multi-6-figure business. And we had the freaking time of our lives creating it. And we had time of our lives with our clients, with our mentors, with the people that we've met in the space, and we've been fully expressed, we've been fully ourselves, and we have expanded our empire. We have more people than ever. Like, how real does that feel? How beautiful does that feel? So every time you feel that doubt, tap back into this energy. Today is a very, very powerful energy for you to tap into and create this vision. And if you catch the replay, and if it's later, it still gets to be it. Anytime in January, anytime in February, you get to create so much. 2023, there's so much time. You have a full freaking year ahead of you. Let alone a 6-figure year. You're gonna create and blow it off the park if you really intentionally focus on it. If you really do the work. If you really do the work. So this is why this work is not for the faint of heart. Most of our work is not so much in the doing. The doing is hire the mentor, being in the container, learning the skills. The doing is very much the energetics. And how willing are we to trust over and over again? How willing are we to shift our reality and choose a different thought? How open and willing are we to do it? And not in a forceful way, because it doesn't have to be forceful. So this is like my first little sip and my first little cheers to that woman. First of all, to two versions of women. First version of woman is the woman who is sitting here right now, end of 2022, being so freaking grateful for 2022 and looking forward to 2023 and envisioning and anchoring in the vision for 2023. This is for that woman, okay? So if you had a choice of beverage, bring it and infuse it with so much love and magic and celebration, and we're gonna drink through that. Maybe this will give me a little bit more caffeine. Yummy. And then to the second version of woman, the next year, 2023, 31st December 2023 version of woman who sits there and she is just in awe. She's having a pinch me moment. She's like, oh my gosh, I had the best freaking year. Let's fucking celebrate. The best freaking year. And it was so fun. And I've created everything that I desire to create. And there's more that's coming. I've created the six-figure, the multi-six-figure. Hell, I even had like a 50K month. And I don't know how it happened. It just happened. And that's what we're drinking to that version of woman. And however that version of woman looks like for you, it may not be a specific goal that gets to be complete and beautiful for you. Cheers. So simply deciding that this is what you want is enough. Simply deciding that it is done is enough. Because as you anchor in and as you create this experience in your body, then you're gonna go and live your life. You're gonna create the business. You're gonna take one step at a time and in alignment, and you're gonna do the thing, right? So because of the human that we are, we can, and it's very familiar to all of us, this feeling of fear and doubt and will it. And the thing is, this is where a lot of people like fuck it up. They think that you have to have this like big conviction all the time, otherwise you're fucking it up. Like you have to feel certain and be in full conviction 100% of the time for you to come true. And if it's not 100% throughout the 100% of the year, then it's not gonna come true. And that if you actually slightly slipped a little bit, then it's like, oh, you throw your goals out of the window. That's not how it works. What really matters is that when you actually do slide and go into fears and doubts, and you know what? It is important that you actually go through these fears and doubts, because that's what makes you the mentor that you are. That's what builds character. So when you actually do it, thank it. Yes, wow. Be curious about it. Ooh, okay, this is coming up. Very interesting. And then magic happens when you're just like, okay, I see it. This can be possible. It can be possible that these fears, blah, 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 is true, but it wouldn't be true if I don't choose it. Then I choose something that feels better, that feels a little better. Then I come back to it. It doesn't have to be forceful. This is what I mean when I say it doesn't have to be forceful. It doesn't mean that you go from that place of energy, from a fear-based energy, right into I have to anchor in and be in full conviction. If you're not in full conviction, you cannot go from that point to this point. So how do you guide your human through the in-between points so you get to a point of conviction? And sometimes the shift is gradual, sometimes the shift is really fast. But when you force it and you think that you just can't get here, and because you just can't get here right away, then you're fucking it up. Remember this and etch this into your brain. You cannot fuck this up. The only way you can fuck this up is keep spiraling into your fear-based thoughts. But if you're here, you're always learning, you want to grow, you really want your desires, then you cannot fuck this up. It's for the people who don't do this work at all. But if you're here, you cannot fuck this up. So the work is, how do you move from this point, fear-based, doubt that it's not going to happen, doubt that it's not going to happen because you're not feeling the feelings, that it's not going to happen because that vision isn't as clear anymore, it doesn't feel like that in your body anymore. Those are all the doubts and the fears that come up, and because you don't feel it anymore, then it's not going to come true, and because it's not going to come true, then whatever, do I even bother? Like, that's how you give up. It is really recognizing in that moment that it's okay, accepting. It's okay if I'm feeling that way. It's okay if I'm feeling that way. It's okay if it feels like this in my body. But I choose. But I choose to still believe. I still choose to believe that my desires are coming true. It may seem like nothing is happening in the surface, but I still choose to believe that it is happening. I choose to believe that it is happening in the spiritual realm. I choose to believe that it is happening beyond what I can see right now. And I choose to trust in that. And I choose to trust in my power. I choose to trust in my work. I choose to trust that my work is really powerful. I choose to trust that my work actually changes lives. I choose to trust that I'm a good fucking human being and I'm here to do good work, and it's inevitable and it's impossible that this doesn't get to work for me. It's okay. I choose and I shift and I choose a new reality. I choose and I anchor in this reality that I have chosen day 1 of 2023. And I trust that it's unfolding for me in the most beautiful, in the most perfect way. And it's unfolding for me. And me simply just deciding that I get to have it makes me an energetic match. Me simply deciding that I get to have it now makes me an energetic match. That I get to have it now without needing any more healing, without needing any more branding, without needing a bigger audience, without needing anything fancy, whatever limiting belief that you have, list them out. Just because I choose to believe that I can have it, I can have it now. Why can't I have the thing now? I choose to believe that I have women hopping into my offers now without needing anything bigger, without needing more sales or marketing or funnels or whatever, or a bigger audience or a bigger reach or more story views or more likes on my posts. I'm choosing. I'm choosing that it gets to happen for me now because I'm worthy, and it gets to happen for me now. Do you see how just from that fear-based energy, you can shift and guide yourself through it is happening, into trust, into faith, into knowing that once you've locked in, because you have locked it in before, and once you lock it in inside of you, the reality just reflects and manifests. It's very simple. 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 And that takes us to the next part of manifestation that I wanted to share with you. Because manifestation is literally this. It's very simple. Manifesting in alignment is simply this. Thinking thoughts, having feelings, believe in things that are in alignment with what you desire. If you desire your 6-figure year, if you desire a multi-6-figure year, simply choosing the thoughts that serve you. Thoughts like people are not seeing me is not in alignment, right? And you know that. You know that it's not in alignment. Then how can you feel better about this? How can you guide yourself to feel better about this? One way I tell my clients is knowing that people are seeing you sometimes even when you don't think they're watching you. And that is facts. Borrow these things from your mentors, from your containers like this. Borrow these facts that has been tried and true and use them as laws to help you step into the next level of energy. This is also why mentorship is really, really important. With that mentorship, I don't know if I'll be here where I am today within only a year and a half of my business. I wouldn't be the version of who I am today with that mentorship. I wouldn't be talking about these concepts at such a deep and high and wise level that the ability that I have to comprehend these, like I wouldn't be able to do this and articulate it in such a manner with you. Not only articulate, but have embodied it in my life. So mentorship is important. So if that's something that is a thing for 2023, I would highly suggest for you to seek a mentor or be in a container or be plugged into things. Whether that's with me in Unapologetic, whether that's with me in some of the programs or with me in my one-on-one high-level containers, that's beautiful, or whether that's with somebody else that you really aspire to be with. Whatever that feels like for you, that is in alignment with your vision, in alignment with your desires, I highly suggest to go for it. So manifestation and working in alignment is simply thinking thoughts, beliefs, and feeling the feelings of your desires. That's in alignment and is a match to your desire. If you desire to have this 6-figure, multi-6-figure year, then it's about thinking those thoughts. People are watching me. Every time you think that people aren't watching you, how can you lead yourself through thinking people are watching you? Okay, they're watching me even though I don't know that they're watching me. So I'm gonna trust that they're watching me. And then I'm gonna trust that what I say and what I put out is actually really valuable. Then I'm gonna say, I actually do like writing and sharing and expressing. And if I share more of who I am and what I do and my work, then the right people are actually gonna be gravitated towards me because I connect and I write with my heart and soul. So do you see how you slowly think thoughts, believe, and then you create that energetic experience within your body that feels in alignment to that 6-figure? People are not buying. I believe that the right people are going to come into my world, whether that's within hours of me putting the offer out, whether that's a couple of hours right before the door closes. I believe that the right people are going to be attracted to this, and right people will find this beneficial and will come into my world. Because I believe that my work is powerful, and it's 100%, 1,000% an energetic match to people who need it, no matter what the work is right now. For example, I believe that my social media program is really powerful because there are people who really desire to write from their heart, be authentically in their pure expression, and talk to their soulmate clients, so that no matter how many people you have in your audience, it's always about activating them. It's always about bringing them into your world intimately. And there are people who are a match for it. There are people who need this program. So you work through that. People are not watching my stories. I know people who are. There's 2 people who's watching my story. They love it. Okay, cool. How can I love my stories more? How can I bring more expression? It's like these little things that make you feel better about the thing. It's about feeling better about the thing. And anything that feels like misalignment, you can ask. The check question is, is this in alignment with my 6-figure version? Is this in alignment with my multi-6-figure version? Will I be able to create a multi-6-figure business by thinking that people are not buying or watching? People don't like my work? That I'm not good enough? That I'm not worthy of it? So if those are all the things that come up, you can slowly guide yourself through a better feeling thought, guide yourself into alignment. It's always about being open to guiding ourselves in our alignment. It's always about being your own best mentor and being your own best coach. And look at what is happening. It's about being really focused on what you desire. And anything that does not serve and is not in alignment with that, it gets to go, and you get to be unavailable for it. You're like, I'm not available for it. I'm not available for people hopping into my DMs and trying to fucking chat with me and sell me things. If you're not available for it, then don't be available for it. I'm not available to freaking have to hop onto other people's DMs and talk to them and sell my thing. No. I'm not freaking available to write the things that convert people. No. I'm not freaking available to have to bend over backwards to sell something and have to convey them in a desperate energy. No, I'm available for strong, powerful sales. I'm available for my expression. I'm available for how I can just love on my work and showcase my work because my work is just that much powerful. I'm available to trust and believe that my work is powerful. So this is the simplicity of manifesting what you desire. It's so simple. It's so simple. So the question here, the big question here is that what reality are you deciding in magic and desire that is locked in for you in 2023? What reality are you deciding is locked in pure magic and desire for 2023? And then what's your way of gently guiding yourself back to when this feels wobbly? It doesn't have to be forceful or thinking that you're fucking it up. It can simply be a reminder of what you have chosen and settle into the trust of it working. Simply choosing that, simply a reminder that I have chosen this is what I want, simply a reminder that I have chosen this. Do you remember, Jennifer, that this is what you want? And then I settle into trusting that it is working. So simple to shift your energy. You don't need freaking meditation sessions. You don't need 10-hour journaling sessions. You don't need to go to a retreat to change your energy. This is so simple. This is literally the key, you guys. This is literally the shift and the key. And most of us just don't want to do that because it sounds so simple and so trivial that it feels like it's not going to work. But this is the simplicity of it. Because it just is that simple. It just is that simple. This is literally the key. By reminding yourself this is what you chose, and then dropping into trust of it being in the works, and then being guided to it, to the next aligned action. That's it. Guys, you don't have to make it more complicated than this because Like, and you don't have to sit down and do a gazillion journaling sessions. Like, if you desire to 100% to lock in, yes, if you feel more of those feelings, feel more of the energy, it will lock it in even more, which will be amazing. But if you're on the go, busy and running your empire, doing your boss babe things, like, you honestly, we don't have time for that. And this gets to be so simple, and it gets to be as effective as a 10-hour journaling session. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Does that make sense? So the next thing that I want to talk about, and maybe we're gonna wrap it up with that, is taking is the difference between quantum leaping and stepping. Like, most of us, we think that, oh, I want to just leap. Leap means, quantum leaping just means that like, a lot of people are like, oh, I leap to my 20K month. Oh, I leap to my 50K months. But even in the leaping of it, like what we just talked about, that the money, it just comes after. Way after it's done in the spiritual realm. Way after it's locked in the spiritual realm. Right? Even in the leaping of that month, they actually had steps that they took. Small baby steps that they took in between that month that led them to the final 50K. The thing they leapt is maybe because they got to their 50K, they literally got a pay in full 50K. Or they had little bits of money can come in, but by the end of the month, you're like, oh my goodness, I made this much money. Leaping is actually, when you break it down into micro steps, it's actually steps. These are actually steps. Grounded, one step at a time, being confident, one step at a time. I don't know if you've been to rock climbing. You know how rock climbing, we just take one step. Once you are stable, okay, let's look at what's the next step. Take the next step. Okay, this feels good. Take the next step. Your goal is to go on to the top, right? So what people think is leaping is like, you're taking the first step and automatically leaping is like taking the step right on the top. But that's not leaping. And it's not sustainable. It doesn't work. Like, imagine if you went rock climbing, you stepped on that and you're like, okay, my next step has to be there. If it's not there, then I'm a fucking failure. And then I'm going to go home and pack my bags. And this is what we all do. This is what we all do. We think that if we just can't get to our 20K month in our second day of January 2023, then we're going to give up. This is what we do, people. This is what we do. And like, I just can't emphasize. I have been guilty of that. But it's about taking one step at a time. One grounded, solid step at a time. Let's say I do want to make a 20K month. My 20K is the top of that step, my final step on the top. I'm not going to be like, okay, my second step has to be there. I'm going to let my journey begin. I'm going to think thoughts, believe in things that is in alignment with that. Which means I'm going to go this way. I'm not going to go that way. I'm not going to go horizontally. I'm not going to go diagonally. I'm going to really focus and I'm going to go up. Does that make sense? Right? So people go horizontally or diagonally when they think thoughts and beliefs that are not serving them. So what are my thoughts and beliefs of the person who can get up to that step? People are buying my offer. I'm being guided to it. My offers are really fucking good. So what's my next? And then you look at what's the next step that feels good for me? Okay, what's the next step that feels good for me? Maybe the next step is, maybe the next step is writing a post. Writing a post about this offer that I've created. And then maybe the next step is, okay, maybe getting into a container. Maybe learning what she has to say about this, because I really like the way that she says and it resonates, and I want to build my business that way. Maybe getting support is my second step or third step. Okay, that feels good. And then I learn. Maybe the fourth step is I actually plug in and learn from this mentor. Okay. And then the fifth step is maybe I create like this offer because it lights my soul on fire. And then the next step is maybe I talk about it a little bit more. Right? And then the step is maybe I show up on my story and I talk about it. And then the next step is maybe I feel just so good about this offer. Maybe I feel so amazing about the people who are actually like reading it, engaging with me on it, watching my story about it. Like maybe that's a step. So do you see how it gets to be so easy, so simple, so grounded, so safe? And before you know it, people are inquiring. They're asking you because your energy is pure, clean, and it's simple, and it's solid, and there's no doubt. Even when there's doubt, maybe your next step is, ooh, this feels a little wobbly. How can I place my feet better onto this step? Maybe I change the angle of my feet, right? So I can feel more grounded there and I'm not twisting my ankle. Does that make sense? Like fears and doubts come up and okay, so maybe I anchor back into trust. How can I change this energy? How can I twist my ankle a little bit differently? I put my feet in a different position so I'm more comfortable. So it's in alignment with what I want. And then before you know it, you actually get to the top of that climb. You're like, oh my goodness, I hit my 20K month without even knowing it. But this is literally the key, you guys. This is literally how you do it. And it's so simple. Where we fuck up is, first of all, we think that our second step has to be the thing on top. Second of all, because we don't see it, because we're not focused, we tend to go diagonally, horizontally, vertically, and we end up spiraling. And then the third thing is, if you are wobbling, you just think you're not meant for it. And then you chicken out and you come back down. You know? So there's a difference. When we say leaping is actually their steps. They're stepping. So don't focus on leaping. Focus on the next best thing that feels really good for you in your business. Because what is the vision here? The vision here is not to traumatize yourself and to get yourself in an emotional roller coaster energetic state that just makes you feel wobbly all the time, and you're unsafe and unsettled, and you feel like lack, and you feel like it's not enough, and you feel like you're making yourself wrong, and you're trying to fix all the things. No, that is not the goal. Do you want your 2023 to go like that way? The goal is you have decided the vision. You have decided that it is done. But then the goal is you want to enjoy your journey. You want to feel good, comfortable, and enjoy your journey on the way there. Which means sometimes, yes, you got to go out of your comfort zone to do the thing, even when it's inspired, even when it's the next big thing to do, but you lead yourself through it. Sometimes when it's also uncomfortable, it can be the thing that you have to do to get up there. It can be like a big step when you go up. But that's okay, because you have made it to so many steps this far, and it has been fine, and you've been safe, and you're okay. So maybe let me try. Let me go hire that mentor. Let me go invest in myself and bet on myself. Let me stretch myself just a little bit more. and I can do it. Right? So the whole point of the whole journey is to be obsessed with your journey, to love your journey, to love yourself through this journey, and not criticize yourself, to really be on your own team for this one. Like, we love to criticize ourselves. It's because as solo entrepreneurs, or as entrepreneurs who are running the show by themselves, leading a team even, we're so harsh on ourselves. For once, can you let yourself be on your own team? Okay? So, literally, we've talked about how you anchor in the vibe and that it is done energy, because you get to decide the reality in 2023 that goes for you. And then I have shared with you a very simple manifestation sequence, what it is about, what alignment is about, and how you can focus on having focused energy to create the thing that you desire. These are all really, really potent activations, potent concepts that actually works. These are beyond concepts. So what I'm gonna now share are my 2 offers that I've been sharing. Social media pre-sale at 555 ends tonight. Okay? It ends tonight, and what I really want to do with this program with you, and we're gonna start in January, I want to teach you and show you how to show up effortlessly, powerfully, consistently online in the online space, and create a presence that is just so uniquely who you are. And how can you really express yourself uncensored, unfiltered? When you express yourself unfiltered, uncensored, and then you put a strategic angle to it on how you speak to your clients in that way, on how you sell your offers in that way, you actually skyrocket your business. Because like I said, social media is a window display. If your window display looks stampy, it doesn't look like you. It just looks like another vanilla, like basic window display. It's not attractive. It's not activating. People are not gonna come in. What we're gonna focus in social media program is really create a window display of your business that's truly yours. And you're gonna find there's a lot of activation in there. This program is activation and strategy, both. I'm gonna teach you how to focus on some of the strategic pieces that will speak to them in a way that actually brings them into your world. And at the same time, it's gonna be done in a really pure, desire, and abundant way where your soul expression is actually expressed. And that window display is purely you. When they look at it, they're like, yeah, that's her. And you love it. And doing it in such a way that because it's an expression of who you are so connected to it, you are embodied. You and the expression of your social media is one. And that is what I desire to help you create, if it feels aligned for you in your business, if that feels like the next stepping stone for you in your business. So the pre-sale ends tonight. It's at 555 right now, and then it will go up to 888. And then if you decide to go a longer way with me, not just one specific program, Unapologetic is the offer of the year. It's currently at 2222, painful only, and you get to do the entire year with me of all the programs. I don't think this price is gonna stay at 2222 for that long, because I will be increasing the prices as we go into the new year, as more downloads come through. But you'll see that social media program alone is gonna be over 1,000 by itself. And with Unapologetic, you get all the programs that I'm going to be doing in 2023. And I'm going to be doing a lot of the programs. And those are all programs that are very specific skills and very specific tools and activation and calibration portal that is given to you and designed for you to calibrate to that 6 figures that you desire to create, for that 10K month, 20K month that you desire to create in your business. 6 figures is just an anchor of a number, but these are the tools that can be used to create beyond, multi 6 figure and beyond. And I will show you to do such a thing, build a business in such a way that you are really obsessed with, because it's going to be with an angle of magic, manifestation, and magnetism. There's magic, there's power, there's feminine, there's fuck yes, there is like all of this gets to be in the works for you. And I wouldn't be surprised if by the end of this, you just leap beyond multi 6 figures. So it's a very, I would say it's a very no-brainer commitment for an insane value, because we're gonna go through not only social media, I'm gonna show you how to be that hot shit mentor and coach, how to create irresistible offers, what's your sales and launch energy. So if some of the frameworks that we talked about in the 3-day masterclass really called out to you and you said, this is the way that I want to do business, and I love the way that I want to set this up, and if this is what's going to take me to the next level, then I'm in. And if that is something that feels in full alignment with you, then I would love to welcome you in Unapologetic. So we're going to do the sales and launches, and then I'm going to add a magnetism feminine embodiment program as well, which will really bring it all into magic. And we're going to talk about money and also men in that as well. Talking about men and money is something that's on the newer side, but I will show you how you can do that and activate that magnetism to bring in more money in your business, because men and money works the same thing. And we're going to use the example of men to apply it to money. And if you need help in both, it gets to be cherry on top. Okay, so if you feel called to do any of these 2 offers, or if you want something that's higher level, one-on-one, just message me. For one-on-one as well, I have 1 month intensive that I will have starting in January, and then 3-month containers and 6 months container. And if you hop onto one-on-one, my one-on-ones will include all the programs for you. Currently right now, my 3-month is just about 5 figures investment, maybe a little bit lower, but you'll have to message me and we'll have to see if you are a right fit. And if you desire to commit to 6 months, that is beautiful and amazing too. It just shows your commitment to yourself, your investment to yourself, and how you desire to really decide the reality that you desire to create. My work here is to give you opportunities to expand and extend your business and learn more and calibrate to me as I calibrate to my multi 6 figure and 7 figure business. And I'm here to help you and support you through the entire way. So if you feel called to do any one of these 3, let me know, message me, and we get to talk. And I just want to wish you the most, and if not, and if this feels complete for you, this is going to be in the guide section, ready for you to replay anytime that you want to come back to this. And I'm so grateful that I got to do this, because now this beautiful, powerful, incredible masterpiece of modules, 3 modules, gets to live here in Fempreneur Babe Society, and you get to plug into it anytime in 2023 if when you need framework, when you need some guide and additional support. All right, and with that, I wish you the most beautiful New Year's Eve, and I hope you spend the day basking in who you are, in the most powerful, beautiful, grateful version of you, and think about all the beautiful things that you've done in 2022 and all the beautiful things that you will be doing and are locking in 2023, because it gets to be the world, the universe is always responding to you, and it loves you and it supports you, and it's always there at your fingertips for you to declare your desires, and it's in the work for you. When you do this today with me, just remember the things have already been set in tone for you, and they're all already moving for you when you do the envisioning and when you do the vibe and when you do the decision work. Okay, with that being said, I'm going to give you one last cheers. Happy New Year. I love you. Yummy. And I wish you the most beautiful New Year's Eve. Happy New Year's. Bye.